Today, I'm going to tell you the truth about being a Rec Room YouTuber, or rectuber as we're known in some circles. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, pull up a chair, you guys. This is going to get real. So the good thing about being a rectuber is you get immediately recognized in Rec Room. Common things you will hear include, are you the real one? Are you a YouTuber? Can I get a photo? And your videos suck. Just kidding. I haven't heard that last one, although I'm sure some people are thinking it. People will also ask you for life advice. Oh, the life advice questions that I get. Should I ask this girl out that I like, even though she doesn't know that I like her and we're actually good friends? Probably not. Honestly, it's a big gamble, you know? You might wreck the friendship and you might weird her out. That's a delicate situation, my friend, in which one must tread lightly and get breadcrumb clues before diving right in. It's just not that simple. We girls are complicated creatures and we spook easily. Along with this eternal fame and constant recognition, you'll also have offers to carry you in quests. You'll never be lonely when you play Rec Room because your watch will be constantly buzzing, and you'll be gifted copious amounts of black and white film. Now, if all of this sounds great, and I'm sure it does intrigue you a little bit, let me just dive in a little bit deeper and explain a few things before you decide to become a Rec Room YouTuber yourself. I have been on this journey for 9 months now. I've grown my channel from absolutely 0 subscribers to almost 2,000, so I have been around the block. I can assure you I have learned many poignant things about video creation and the true meaning of frustration in that time. So listen up, and I'll tell you how things really go sometimes. When you're a rectuber starting out, it's next to impossible to gain subscribers. Every single kid aged 12 to 15 in the United States, UK, or Canada that plays Rec Room also wants to be a Rec Room YouTuber, just like you. Most are just capturing gameplay and not editing it in any way, shape, or form, but this does not mean that the market is not flooded. It's kind of hard to get discovered unless you find a way to stand out. And trust me, you don't stand out. I know it sucks and it's hard to hear, but I think my candor is what you like about me. So what do? If you're like me, you find yourself refreshing the page on your channel every 5 minutes because you're hoping that the number just magically goes up. You get frustrated that you're stuck at 34 subscribers because your content is super epic and amazing and you deserve 1 million subscribers by tomorrow. Life starts to feel pretty unfair. So you think of this brilliant idea to actually start name dropping yourself in rec centers as a YouTuber and see what people think. Upon actually mentioning this fact casually to people though, you realize you have no self-confidence, that you're actually embarrassing yourself and perhaps losing subscribers by being so uncool, and also, nobody cares. So plan B, you start to realize maybe you should actually comment on some other rectubers videos on YouTube. Maybe then they'll notice you. So you end up subscribed to no less than 50 rectubers, and you're making a damn day of it, commenting on all their videos.
Great job. I do Rec Room content too. Awesome vid. I subscribed.
I mean, this works. You end up gaining some mutual subscribers, but then people start commenting that you're always commenting, and why are you in every single comment section everywhere I go, you weirdo? True story. So now we're on to plan C. You're at like 67 subscribers, so close to 100. You can practically feel the fame coming on like a tidal wave, and you start daydreaming and wondering what you're gonna do when you reach Gecko's level of fame in like 3.5 weeks from now. And you keep making videos and putting them out with no real direction because surely it's Rec Room. Anything you make will be great. People will want to watch it, right? No. Nope. It quickly becomes apparent that people don't seem to care about that time you went to Silent Hill and emitted a very low energy scream. They don't want to see you eating pizza for 5 minutes straight. What the people want is a lot more high quality than what you are able to produce right now in your meager life. Around that 100 subscriber mark is when I started to realize, dang, this is not as easy as I thought. I can't seem to just trick people into subscribing to my channel, and maybe my content just isn't that great. I started overanalyzing my thumbnails and realizing I'm bad at thumbnails. I started overanalyzing my content and realizing I just don't make snappy edits. And I was afraid to watch any of the major rectubers videos because I knew it would just shatter the rest of my self-confidence that was already dwindling when it came to making videos. And I know, this sounds like a recipe for quitting. It sounds like the outcome that transpired was me just quitting, but obviously since I'm still here making videos, that is not the case. What did happen is that I got even more determined. Now this is probably just my personality. I tend to take on some sort of Goliath, impossible challenges that seem like they can't be done just to prove to myself that I can do it. Even when at the end of the day, I might not even end up wanting that thing that I tried so hard to get. And I know that sounds messed up. I've been to therapy. they don't have answers either, trust me. So I finally realized I need some assistance. So I started watching videos on YouTube, you know, the ones where it's like how to do YouTube.
How to grow your channel from 0 to 1,000.
How to get more views when your channel is small.
How to go viral like Mr. Beast and be rolling around on the floor in a fat pile of dollar bills, y'all.
Just kidding, that last one doesn't exist. If that did exist, I would be clicking on that in 2 seconds flat because I would love to see that. So I started getting better because, you know, I figured I couldn't get any worse. I tried with every fiber of my being to make a thumbnail that did not suck. I tried to stop naming my videos Oculus Quest 2 Gameplay, Silent Hill Rec Room Part 1. I tried to go with more of a, is this the scariest horror map in Rec Room type feel? Something a little bit more clickbait. I added a meme or two. Then I stepped back and I cracked my knuckles. And I looked at the screen and I thought, yep, this is gonna go viral now. Now this is around the time where things started to change. My channel actually did grow quite a bit after I hit 100 subscribers. And this is probably because I did start to improve on my content, but I think it's also because I did not miss an upload, ever. I was uploading 2 times a week and I did not miss an upload. Do I need to say that again? I did not miss an upload. I had just gone through a major move, packing up my entire life and 3 emus, and moving 15 hours away. And between all of the stress and the change in my life that I was going through, and all of the emotional meltdowns and crying, do you know what I did? I put out videos. I nearly missed my upload date several times, but I didn't. And later in the summer, just a couple of months ago, I was evacuated due to wildfires burning basically in my backyard. So I spent 3 weeks in a hotel, drinking wine, feeling bad about myself, and you know what? Putting out videos. And if you're thinking by now, wow, this rectuber stuff seems pretty difficult, then I am successfully driving the point home. I suffered greatly. Now, if you're just doing Rec Room as a hobby and you're having all the fun in the world and you can't relate to any of this, then check the NA box. Not applicable. Maybe you should stop watching this video now. And really, the reason that I put so much pressure on myself is twofold. 1, I want this badly. And 2, I am not going back to work for someone else for minimum wage to deal with people. God, I hate people. Customers are the world's worst. Trust me, I know my demographic is like kids 12 to 15 years old who have not yet entered the workforce, but let me give you some future advice. The customer is not always right. They're not. And if you can master the art of smiling and nodding at them while clenching your nails into your fist in a tight ball so hard that they almost bleed, then you will go far in life. And you know, look, this is pretty appealing. The fact that I can make a living from the comfort of my own home, from ad revenue. I mean, if only I had known how much of an emotional roller coaster this whole journey could be. If you haven't cried yourself to sleep at night because no one's watching your YouTube videos, I think you're doing your YouTube journey wrong. Because something you need to know is that this is almost like a full-time job as an intern, where you're told to get coffee and clean the bathrooms, and you're not getting a single dime from it, and you question your entire life existence, and people keep telling you that you're supposed to just be happy to be there learning. Yeah, that's what YouTube is like. But then something magical happens. You finally hit 1,000 subscribers. After all the pain, after all the suffering and the crying, you made it to 1,000. And if you're like me, then you're close to hitting 4,000 watch hours and you could fill out that fancy form to get monetized with ad revenue. Dollar bills, y'all. But then you realize you're a little bit jaded. You've been doing this for months and months and months now, 3, 4, 5 hours a day for free. It kind of starts to feel like work. And yes, you've made a few banger videos. And yes, you've developed some sort of following on this crazy place called the internet. And yes, you're slowly crawling and clambering up to the geckos, Boethiahs, and soul foxes of the world. But you see, after 7 months or so of creating content with your head down, trying to actually adhere to a schedule and force this to happen for yourself, you reach the magical number of 1,000, and everyone just says it snowballs after that. Oh, the momentum. It just flies away and everyone lives happily ever after. 2,000, 5,000, 10,000? Gosh. That's probably only weeks away, you think. You celebrate, you binge on some cake, you feel bad about yourself, then you remind yourself it's celebratory times, don't feel bad. You fantasize about moving to Seattle to work with the Rec Room team once they hire you. Then you realize, Seattle. I don't think I could move the emus to Seattle, and plus it rains a lot there, I think. Anyway, 1,000 people in this world hit that red subscribe button to your channel. You actually matter. Validation? Check. Motivation? Check. Self-confidence? Can't win them all. So you just keep putting out content. Things are looking a bit more refined. Things are going well. Until one day, they aren't. you start feeling something that you haven't really felt up until this point because you've just been running on adrenaline and you've been focused on the numbers and the idea of fame. So about 8 months into this, and I'm probably an anomaly because I had just gone through a major move, a wildfire evacuation, and I don't really have control of my emotions on a good day. But I realized I might be suffering from some sort of burnout. How did I know, you might ask? Well, I'm sure I could probably input plenty of footage from my friends at this point, but I'd be embarrassed to do so. They would probably say things like,
Yep, I went to Tarapeutic's dorm and she was just sobbing on the floor. I didn't know what to do, so I just stayed there, patting her on the back until her headset died.
Miss Pudic was just snapping at us when she invited us to her dorm. It seemed like she didn't want anyone there.
Everything was fine. We were playing Jumbotron, and then all of a sudden, Tara dies. And she starts just going off about the bots, how the bots were saying that she would never be successful on YouTube because no other girl rectubers had passed 10,000 subscribers before. It was weird.
okay, that last one didn't happen, even though those bots in Jumbotron are sus. And I'm not proud of these things. I am not proud. Nope, I am not proud. I'm not bragging, not proud. The burnout is real. The frustration is real. The impact that it's had on my friends, that's also real. I realize now I was saying yes to everyone. You know, I'd be trying to squeeze in a meeting with someone who wanted to hang out because they were saying I'm distant, even though I've just been busy making content. I was live streaming more than once a week because I felt like it would help my channel grow, even when I didn't feel like I had the energy to stream. I was neglecting to take any time for myself because I figured I get to stay at home and be my own boss. So if I wasn't working on YouTube, I felt like I was kind of being lazy. Turns out I'm kind of a shitty boss. So the reason that I'm making this video is because I wanted to make a point. I want to let everyone know that is watching this that my journey as a rectuber has not been easy up until this point. And you know what? I'm still here. If you want it bad enough, don't let people tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anyone tell you that your thumbnails suck or your content sucks or your editing's not great, because all of those things can be fixed. Most of all, don't be hard on yourself. It was always me that was the hardest on myself. Everyone else around me has actually been very supportive of my journey. But if you want to be a famous rectuber, then just know, it's not going to be easy. I mean, sure, I guess you could get lucky with a one-off video that gets millions of views, but for most of us, it's not easy. Hate to break it to you. For me, I'm still learning a balance with YouTube, wanting to push myself against the competition while still staying true to myself, wanting to push myself to put out a ton of content while still staying sane, wanting to hang out with all my amazing friends while still feeling like I need days off of Rec Room because it's my job now. I mean, I'm very busy. I'm trying to post daily on Instagram, I'm posting on TikTok, Twitter, I'm promoting my videos, I'm networking, I'm doing auditions for people, for which I feel terribly unqualified for. I'm trying to do collabs. I'm trying to keep up with Rec Room news, all while trying to keep my own Team Tarapeutic Discord alive. I think people don't realize the truth about being a rectuber. They look at people like Boethiah, Soulfox, Gecko, Hairymanlegs, #BajaBlessed, and they think it looks so easy. And they only see the positive side of it. Once you start that slow ball rolling and you realize it's not easy, most people give up. So don't give up. If I can do it, so can you. I will hopefully be having the same speech next year at a RecCon panel in front of thousands of you guys, despite my terrible social anxiety. Because if we don't push ourselves, we never reach our goals. But with that said, #self-care. I need to learn how to say no and take time for myself, or I'll just keep being overworked. That was the real inspiration for this video. Realizing like cold water to the face. I heard it loud and clear from my friends yesterday. Get off VR, go take a walk, go read a book, go hang out with your emus. Don't get so caught up in this. It might be the most important thing, but it doesn't mean it has to consume you. The subscribers and the views, those will come eventually, but you can't be unwell in the meantime, or it won't mean anything when it does happen. I put some other videos up on the screen as well, so if you guys want to watch those, that would be awesome. It helps YouTube know that my channel matters, and the longer you watch my videos, the more YouTube pushes my content.